Let's go on a garden tour. So here is some kale and beans and cucumbers and a grapevine.
Are you making a video
I am.
to put on YouTube?
My garden is a little bit of a mess because we've been transplanting and it's been hot as Hades. So there's some peas in the back and here's some tomatoes.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a pool. We've been
Desi.
swimming in it all
Desi.
day.
There's another grapevine at the end there with some cucumbers.
Yeah.
Some of my plants look kind of beat up. It's been very, very hot and very, very windy.
Yes.
The rosemary and sage here at the end of this bed.
I'm glad it's really, really hot because
I think those are bunny tails coming up. We got our soaker hoses put in this morning. Not sure what that is. Here is another rosemary and sage and some more beans and kale. Those are radishes that volunteered from last year's garden. And some of our little bitty okras coming up. Here's the kale. Some oregano.
some.
And these volunteer sunflowers. I cannot wait for them to get tall enough to get over the back fence. I'm so excited. There's some more tomatoes and purple cauliflower, pak choy. There's some peppers. My garden plan didn't quite go to plan this year as far as what my marker said, my little garden map, because everything kind of went a little bit crazy this year. This is a chamomile plant that I bought at a local master gardener sale, and it's starting to pick back up, but this heat has just been really hard on everything. Our very first baby tomato of the season. And also, girls and I planted some lettuce. It's starting to come up in some places. We still have some things to direct sow, but there's another little sunflower. There's some more lettuce and tomatoes, but we'll get there. I still have some work to do on our in-ground garden to get it ready to start. These are Roma beans. They're very interesting. They look very different than regular bean plants. They're very interesting. Here's some more peppers. Like I said, some of our plants look kind of like they've had the heck beat out of them. But it's just been very, very hot. Here's some peas. We got our very first pea harvest this morning. The girls really enjoyed that. Here's some more peas. Some more beans. These are Armenian yard-long cucumbers, and the plan is for them to get tall enough to put on this trellis wall right here in the middle. Let me back up so you can see. So my arch trellises go this way, and then the wall goes right in the middle. We've spent all day making sure the soaker hoses are in the right places so that they get the beds fully. I think we're doing a pretty good job. This is a borage that I bought at a plant sale over the weekend. Those look like nasturtiums. This is some, I want to say it's lemon balm. There's a grapevine. some more peppers and beans and sunflowers. These, I'm excited for these. These are King Tut purple peas. They've grown a lot in the past few weeks. Here is another grapevine. I'm in the process of watering this bed right now, so it's kind of funky looking, but that's okay. My older teenage girls, Jasmine and Samantha, are splitting this bed this year. I'm just giving them a bed to kind of do with what they wish. Jazz bought 2 stevia plants so that we can make our own sweeteners. And she also got some tomato plants and some purple basil because we love basil. I don't have a lot of basil planted yet. We're gonna direct sow some of that because I had such a hard time starting seeds this year. Here's a marigold. This guy, I'm sure you saw this guy, he's having a really hard time with the transplant. Calling him the tree. It's very big. Here's some flowers. Some more nasturtiums and peas. I'm not sure what those guys are. We'll see soon enough. How big that guy is. I think that particular nasturtium is a volunteer from last year because I had a nasturtium right there last year. Here is some more tomatoes. This bed I have carrots in, and I think we're starting to get just a few little carrots getting germinated. I'm not quite sure, so we'll see in the coming days and weeks. Here is our beet bed. It's got 3 or 4 different kinds of beets in it. And we've got a yellow beet and some red beets. Lots and lots of beets and lots of marigolds. Lots and lots. These are white beets, I think. We're gonna have to come through and send those guys out. These guys just look absolutely terrible, but they're fighting through this heat. It has been 99 to 100 degrees for the last 2 days, and hot, dry wind blowing through our area. It has been ridiculously hot. One of the plant sales over the weekend, I purchased 2 citronella plants to help keep the mosquitoes away. I need to get out here and weed eat something fierce. We haven't started on the in-ground garden yet. That is a project for this week, probably once the heat breaks. Moved our little turkeys just to a different pen because they were acting kind of bored. Just a little play place during the day. They will go back to their little spot at night. Here is some chicks. About time to start getting ready for bed. Here are my niece and nephew's little silkies. They're doing really good. I have them separated in this little coop in order to get some vitamin water and some feather fixing stuff. Here's our ducks. This is generally where the turkeys sleep at night, and this is where we had our Cornish cross and those extra roosters that we had. But unfortunately, the roosters had to go, and it was time for the Cornish cross to go to freezer camp. And that was a fun experience. Unfortunately, Miss Millie right here was our mama duck who was sitting on 20-something eggs. And somehow her nest got scattered, and I'm not sure what happened. But she no longer is sitting on a nest. But she's proven to have a really strong mom instinct. So I'm hoping that she'll sit again at some point. So, well, here's the garden. It's the beginning of a food jungle. And pretty soon we'll have more food than what we know what to do with, and I am all for it. I'm so excited. As soon as we get the in-ground garden going and planted, then we're gonna make sure that all this trash and stuff gets taken care of, as it is about that time. I gotta straighten my pots, apparently. I've been sitting and hanging out in that chair. Jess from Roots and Refuge says you need to make space for your gardener in your garden, and I think that that is my space. I like that the most, at least until I can get a little table and chairs and a more permanent fence than what we have set up right here for right here in front of our little chicken coop, and we're gonna fence that off too. Oh, also, these are pretty cool. The girls, while we were at the plant sales this weekend, bought some little decorations for the garden. There's a bumblebee and some ladybugs. Some of them have feet, some of them don't, but they're super cute. Then our neighbor bought each of the girls little golf ball dragonfly. Is that not adorable? I can't wait to get them in the garden. Now that the majority of our little plants are planted, we should be able to get them in. So thanks for joining me on a garden tour. See y'all next time.